So what do you think a common misconception about epilepsy is?
I think one that we'll both agree on is flashing lights.
So what are your biggest challenges with epilepsy in sports?
I've done races in the past year and unfortunately I had a seizure at the end of one and had to relearn how to walk. I did worry a lot more about what was going to happen. It's such an uncomfortable feeling and it does affect your performance as well.
One of my first seizures was at an event as well before I raced, and then a few years after that I went back to the same event and I just couldn't race the same. It's had a big impact on my training. Sometimes I go to races and I have panic attacks. It makes training harder when you've not got a solid mental health.
One of the biggest challenges was getting the people around me to understand epilepsy and how it affects me,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
what to do if I'm having a seizure.
Everybody you speak to just thinks that it's just seizures, and no one ever takes into account like the medication changes and the after effects and the impacts it has on daily life, and like how we mentioned about mental health as well. No one ever thinks about how impactful that is. Everybody suffers differently.
It's hard for people to understand unless you have epilepsy. It's like even if you're having a good day, it's still there ticking at the back of your mind. You've got to remember it and incorporate it in and just try and overcome it.
It just makes you like even more
determined.
Yeah. You know, it's not changed my goals for the future. It's just made me want it even more. And if anything, I've just been more inspired by the people who have epilepsy who have done amazing things like yourself. I'm Olivia.
I'm Chloe.
Understand my epilepsy.